Good evening, I'm Chris Thomas. Thanks for joining us. We start tonight with developing news in Butte County. A 43-year-old woman is dead and 4 others are hurt after being shot on a Greyhound bus in Oroville. A pregnant woman and 11-year-old girl are among the victims. And listen to this. The suspect was arrested naked inside a nearby Walmart. ABC 10's Becca Habegger is live on the scene tonight. And Becca, deputies held a news conference. So what's the latest?
You know, Chris, these passengers were just passing through Oroville, so they're not from this community, but that doesn't mean the community is not shaken tonight. This is the AM/PM where the Greyhound bus pulled up. This is a regular stop here in Oroville. We learned a lot of details from law enforcement this morning at a press conference. First, I want to show you some sound from a passenger who was on that bus and witnessed it all. It was a terrifying experience for the 25 passengers and bus driver of this Greyhound bus, which stopped in Oroville around 7:30 Wednesday evening. We talked with one passenger who speaks Mandarin Chinese.
The suspect, who has been identified as Asid Elijah Coleman, age 21, of Sacramento, boarded the bus in Redding, California.
They say Coleman started acting paranoid along the route.
There was some indication that he thought one of the other passengers was an undercover law enforcement officer.
This is important because they say Coleman has a felony warrant out of Alameda County for a probation violation. They say Coleman showed other passengers that he had a gun, but it wasn't until the bus's stop in Oroville that he started shooting at the 25 passengers and bus driver. A 43-year-old woman died at the scene. The 4 others hit include a pregnant woman and 11-year-old girl.
A mass shooting, something that we have not had in this community.
Officials say Coleman then ran half a mile south to the Walmart, ditching a 9mm handgun in a construction site along the way.
This particular individual in no way, shape, or form should have been in possession of a firearm. And as Mr. Ramsey noted, there is a previous history of this individual, who is merely 21, engaged in this kind of conduct.
Once at Walmart, police say he harassed and even got in a fight with a customer.
That was broken up, at which point he moved to the front of the store, began to remove his clothing.
They say Coleman stripped naked, which is when officers arrived at Walmart and arrested him. He's due in Butte County Superior Court Friday afternoon. Investigators are looking into whether drugs, alcohol, or a mental health crisis may have played a role in this crime. Court records show Coleman has criminal history that includes offenses in Sacramento and Alameda counties and has lived in several places.
That's awful. People don't deserve that kind of stuff.
We reached out to Walmart to see if they could provide us with any surveillance video. They directed us, though, to law enforcement with any questions. We also reached out to the Greyhound bus company. They told us in a statement, our primary concern at this time is the safety of our driver and passengers. We are working closely with local authorities. Chris?
Question, Becca, is what do we know about the conditions of those other 4 passengers who were shot?
Yeah, good question, Chris. You know, I have been in touch with the Butte County Sheriff's Office all throughout the day. Most recently, just a few minutes ago, they tell me that the conditions of the passengers who were shot have not changed since this morning's news conference, where we learned the 25-year-old pregnant woman is in critical condition. A 32-year-old man is also in critical condition. The 11-year-old girl is in what they describe as stable condition, and a 38-year-old man was treated and is expected to be okay. Chris?
Just a tragic story. Our thoughts are with those victims and the entire Oroville community. Becca, thank you.